Hey, Red Rocks Church Brussels, wherever you are right now, I hope the sun is shining. I hope you are doing well. I hope that you rested well last night. As we are coming to you every day with a devotional, I would love to just share with you what God has been speaking to me for a moment. I love the Psalms. When I first started reading the Bible as a teenager, I started in the Psalms and I felt like so understood by David. I felt like I was reading someone who wrote a long time ago but could still relate to me today. So the Psalm is where I go to in all seasons of life. And if you know the Billy Graham, the famous evangelist, he recommended for just mental health to read a proverb every day, every morning, and a psalm every night. And so that is something that I try to do. I try to read a psalm in my day with reading a psalm, and it's something that has encouraged my soul. In this present circumstance that we're finding ourselves in, God has brought Psalms 46 to my mind. And so I want to share that with you today. I'm going to read it from the NIV version. It says, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam and the mountains quake with their surging. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy place where the Most High dwells. God is within her, she will not fall. God will help her at the break of day. Nations are in uproar, kingdoms fall. He lifts his voice, the earth melts. The Lord Almighty is with us, the God of Jacob is our fortress. Come and see what the Lord has done, the desolations he has brought on the earth. He makes wars cease to the end of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the shields with fire. He says, be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. When David was writing this psalm, he broke it up into 3 separate sections. And a lot of times in different interpretations, you will see it say in between thoughts, it will say interlude or Selah. And that means the writer is wanting you to pause and take a break and reflect on what was just spoken. And David has done that in three sections for us in this psalm. And so what I want to do is just briefly talk about those 3 sections. In the first section, it talks about how God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore, we will not fear though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the sea. We are living in a crazy, weird time. I think in my whole lifetime, I've never experienced a time like this today. And what gives me comfort is that God, the God who does know what's going on, the only person in all existence that knows and can make sense and see the future, I have direct access to him. And he's also present in my daily life. So church, as we're going through this time, remember that God is present. He is in this moment. He has not forgotten you. He has not forgotten me. He has not forgotten us as a nation. He has not forgotten us here in Europe. And so he is present and he's ready to help us in our time of need. The next section, it goes on to say that there's a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy place where the Most High dwell. It talks about how God is within her and she will not fall, that God will help her at the break of day. To me, this is talking about the church, right? Okay, so the Spirit of God is now living within us. We will not be shaken. We will not fall. If you look back on church history, the church has endured so much. It's endured famine. It's endured plague. It's endured war. It's endured persecution, and that is all true today. So as we look into an unknown future, we need to look in the past and see that God is within us. We have the Spirit of the living God in us. And so when the world around us seems shaken, when we encounter friends or government officials who seem shaken by the present circumstance, we as the church can rise up and not be shaken because we have the living Spirit of God within us. That is our role as a church. We are to be a light, a city on a hill, a church that is not shaken by the circumstances because we entrust our future to an all-empowering and knowing God. The last section, it talks about how we should come and see what God has done, how he has made wars cease, and how he breaks the bow and shatters the spear, how God is in control. And then it ends by saying that we should be still and know that he is God, that he is going to be exalted among the nations, that he's going to be exalted in the earth, that he is with us, and that he is our fortress. So that is just what I want to leave with you today. We live in a time, in an age where we are always distracted, where we are always busy. And when we are not, we can pick up our phone and we can watch our friends who are. So this is a crazy time where we can't go to the movies, where we can't go out and eat at restaurants, where we really are supposed to just stay home and be still, where we can go out in nature, but there's not a lot of opportunities for us to go and be busy. So don't miss this opportunity to really be still in God's presence and acknowledge that He is God, to reaffirm that He is the fortress in your life and that He is with us. And then I would encourage you, church, as we're here in Brussels and we're in this partial lockdown, to reach out to your neighbors who are shaken, to reach out to people who don't have Jesus as their refuge, and ask them how they are. Whether it's through an encouraging text, whether it's through an email or a phone call, make sure that you are reaching out, that we are reaching out to others around us who are shaken, who don't have the security that we have in Christ, and to remind them that it's going to be okay, that God is in control, and that we as a church, we are not shaken by this event. So we love you guys. We miss meeting together face to face, but know that we are connected by the living God, and that we are here with you. We are praying for you, and we are looking forward to when we can meet together again.